Hey there, you me and DC fans, and welcome if you are new. I am the stepson of Krypton,
And I am Mantis.
and today we are talking about the first look of from the Superman set of the Daily Planet and the surrounding area there in Metropolis/Cincinnati. So, Mantis, if you're ready to get on the discussion, we are going to break down the first images.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, guys. So, if you have watched the previous video that I actually recorded by myself, maybe we've gotten two images thus far of the Superman movie, right? Two single frame images, and a lot of you have had your judgments thus far, negative and positive. But this time, we finally got like a mini video. They actually showed them walking in the downtown area where on the sets they've built down here in it is Cleveland. I said Cincinnati, Cleveland. It's sea towns in
Look.
Ohio. Nobody
Okay,
gives a
look. No, no,
shit.
no. Look. Okay, as a Cincinnati fan, okay, and this is just because I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan. I like baseball. Cleveland and the Reds do not mix. Okay.
Okay, I get the Browns and the Reds. Okay, that is right, right?
What?
Did I get that right?
Okay, no. He don't hate on him, guys. Who knows? Whoever's watching this video, let's just face it, you're probably not sports fans, but it is the Reds and now it's the Guardians. Because Indians, the Cleveland Indians is apparently a horrific name to name a franchise, so they had to change
Okay,
that.
okay, but the Browns is moving out of. It's still in Cleveland, but it's a different sport,
It
right?
is,
It's
yeah, it's
football, right?
football.
Okay.
Yeah.
See there. Okay, I wasn't talking about the Indians. I was just the only two Cleveland things
You
I
were
know
close.
in sports, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I jumped
yeah.
sports, but okay. All right.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's in Cleveland. I like Cleveland, so it's fine.
Okay, so we got a Cleveland fan here, but they're showing the sets downtown of what they've been doing. We got our first images. I'll have up here on screen as we're speaking of what the Daily Planet's going to look like. Now, before anybody goes panicking, they're going to add the globe in. Obviously, it's a CG. They didn't build a huge ass fucking globe on top of one of the buildings in
Maybe
downtown
they should have.
Cleveland.
Maybe they should have.
I don't think
I
it
mean,
could
it could
hurt,
be
right?
styrofoam or plastic or something. I mean, they
Styrofoam,
could
and then
have.
it blows away and it fucking
Yeah,
crashes and creates this.
they paid for all the extras to get on set to do the frame up, and then it just a big gust of wind takes it off. They could probably use that though if so they could CG later with some bad guys doing some blast wave to knock the globe off the top
The
of the
fucking
globe. That'd probably
servitor
be
we
good.
saw in the original suit photo just blasted the damn globe off, for all we know. Um,
uh,
I do think it's interesting though that so we got the exterior shot like far away. That's what it's looking like as you're coming through an alleyway. So we see the Daily
mhm.
Planet, but then we got the up close shot. And if you look at the image there, the address, it says it's Daily Planet, the bookstore, but it's
Mhm.
North Reeves Street. And I thought that was great, kind of homage to Christopher Reeves and hell, even George Reeves, but I'm just going to go Christopher Reeves because he's my Superman. So I thought that was great to see that little kind of nod to him in there. And before anybody else goes freaking out, Mantis and I were discussing this before we jumped on camera here. Yes, it says Daily Planet, it's a bookstore, but that massive ass building is not a bookstore, right? It's probably one small entity within this massive complex that is owned by whomever owns the Daily Planet in this case, because I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
they're not their own entity; they're owned by a larger corporation. Again, then however they want to play
Yeah.
it, right?
I mean, you see
So,
this, like we were saying, you see this with Google. Like, they have their own massage in there. They have their own coffee store. You see it in hospitals. There's in airports. There's
hold
all
up.
this stuff.
With the Google massage, do they provide
Mhm.
happy endings?
I I don't think so. Although that would probably be discrimination, but I don't know. I've never been to the Google headquarters or Alphabet headquarters there in Silicon Valley, but I've seen videos. They had those videos of those people. My day in the life of a Google worker, and it's like they don't actually work, but like 45 minutes out of an 8-hour day because they're going to the arcades in there and the cafe and the coffee shop and all that shit.
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
It's wild. But anyway, bringing it back to what we were saying about this, it's especially not uncommon, possibly, for a bookstore being physical media, print media, to be at the newspaper building. So, yeah, I think it's fine. I don't, and it may not even be that thing. It may be just a little Easter egg to be able to show, that Reeves, as kind of an Easter egg, kind of homage there to one of the previous Superman, and maybe, who knows, it's probably not even going to be a big thing in the film. It's probably just one of those things that they just show as you walk by, or as the camera pans by as they're following someone walking. So.
Or it could be its own separate entity, right? That we don't know that that's even a part of that big building, right? It could be that they have
Yeah.
multiple holdings, right? Maybe this is just a little shop right next to it.
It would be
Whatever.
weird.
It
It would
would.
be weird, but yeah. But it could be, yeah, for sure.
It would make more sense that it is all part of the one thing. Although it's weird to say that the bookstore is the main entrance to the building. This probably could be a side entrance.
Yeah.
The point is, just
Yep.
like we're discussing here with you guys, there's a myriad of possibilities. So to freak out, like, oh my god, they changed it to a bookstore, and they're going to be bookstore salespeople and not reporters. Because I know some of you are probably fucking freaking out about it right now. Okay, because you have not made me feel confident that you want to trust in this movie based off the comments. All right, all right. So
Yeah.
we don't know.
Yeah, and we don't know, and kind of moving on, and kind of the next couple pictures you've got still images, at least. I know these are taken from a video I saw on Twitter. It was maybe a 30-second, 20-second video. It must have been someone just walking by, and I don't know I don't know where they filmed this. It was on a beach somewhere, because it was the stunt crew. Doing prep work and kind of walkthroughs of their choreography, on the beach, and you see a couple of random crates that you assume is weapons in them, because there's always weapons in the crates, and there's Luthor Corp stuff all over it. So I'm assuming this is going to be some Luthor Corp attack, or I don't think it would be Superman. Maybe it's somebody else that's helping Superman. Fight them, because I don't think he would be doing hand-to-hand combat with anyone at Luthor Corp.
Now, to be fair, so they did say James Gunn has said the main, villain of the story is going to be Lex Luthor. So it makes sense that they maybe, they find out something's going on and Luthor Corp's tied to it. I do think it is interesting that they decided to go with Luthor Corp. Now, for those of us Smallville fans, we know that when it, well, in like the cartoon, it's LexCorp, right? And actually, for a brief period in season 3, season 3, when Lex is going crazy, and actually, I'm gonna scratch that because I think I'm wrong, and I don't want you guys roasting me in the comments on it. But I'll cut in here what season is. But there's a season where Lex actually starts, because remember at the end of season 1, he's trying to go off and form his own company, and the tornado happens, right? So, but it is called LexCorp. But for the most of the part, we've always seen it as Luthor Corp through Smallville. Cartoon series, animated series had it as LexCorp. So it is interesting to see them go back to Luthor Corp.
I'm fine with Luthor Corp.
I like it. It sounds natural. I think because of Smallville, hearing it for 10 years, over 200 episodes, you're just used to hearing Luthor Corp. I'm good with that, right? Yeah. Especially if they play it that Lionel's out of the picture. He's still a Luthor.
True. Yeah. So yeah, we got to see some of that, and as far as I know, these are the images that they've released. I'm assuming probably we're going to get more, because again, being shot in a city like this, you're going to get people, I won't say paparazzi, but you'll get, your bystanders that take snap photos for TikTok and Instagram and all the social medias. So, as those get released, always come back and look on our channel, You, Me, and DC, because we will have those for you and discuss those and break them down, and no doubt cause a hate storm over one picture, and it'll be fun.
Yes, there's nothing more we enjoy on this channel than all of your guys' hate over one still image. And if you remember from the previous video, I'd stated that all of these movies, especially because there's going to be this super slow-mo, because, obviously they're moving at super speeds and things like that, are at least shot 60 frames, bare minimum 60 frames. Okay, so 60 frames in a second. And I told you, I broke it down for you. In the average 2-hour movie, that's 100 or 432,000 frames. And up until this point, we have 2 of those. And everybody's losing their shit. Okay, I feel like Joker in The Dark Knight, where he's like, and everybody loses their minds. He's freaking out, like, just,
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
I feel like James Gunn's over there, like, introduce a little anarchy.
Introduce a little anarchy. And everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
I don't know.
I feel
like Mugatu. I feel like Mugatu from Zoolander. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
James Gunn's going to come on the camera and just turn left, and everybody's going to be like, oh my God, things are going to be okay.
There it is.
It's just,
oh my God.
So
it's beautiful. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm excited. It is a little weird, though, right? A lot of Cleveland is a weird choice because a lot of filming of large movies does not take place. Most of it doesn't even take place within the country because of restrictions, right? So a lot of times they go up to like Vancouver, they go right up in Canada, and because I know a lot of TV shows do that.
I'm just gonna say I would have thought it would be somewhere like Chicago, because like wasn't The Dark Knight was filmed in Chicago, right? Like I mean Chicago to me is like the perfect big city for this type of stuff, but I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Cleveland rocks and it's going to be fine.
So I think the only problem is, and not that Cleveland's a whole lot better. Sorry, guys, if you're from Cleveland. But I think the problem with, like, Chicago right now, because you think about how long it's been since, like, The Dark Knight. Because, yeah, like, having the overpasses. Because, dude, if you go through Chicago, like, there's a McDonald's on an overpass, right? When you're on the main interstate. Like, there's a McDonald's. Like, you get that crazy shit that you can only get in, like, those cities. But I think the gun violence would have been too real, right?
Make us appreciate what we have. Roll them up.
I think like, oh, that's not special effects. Like, we're being shot at.
Superman just got shot.
Yeah, right. How are you gonna wrap that into the movie? He's actually David Gordon, so he's actually bleeding. Like he was shot. Like I feel like it was probably, no, that's probably not the best thing to do.
As long as you stay out of South, like the South side, you're probably okay. But I don't know. I mean, the last time I'd been to Chicago was, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago for my brother's bachelor party, and it seemed fine to me, but who knows? I will say this: after like 7 o'clock, like literal downtown Chicago shuts down. Like nothing is open. Like they shut down.
Which is funny because like you think New York is the city that never sleeps. Everything's open 24 hours. Chicago's like, nope,
yep.
we're gonna close down.
And this was like real downtown. Like there were some hole in the wall places, but it was like 9, 10 o'clock. We were walking around trying to find a bar, and it was like there was a bar. We weren't gonna go in there, but it was there was not like you'd have to drive further out to find the open businesses and restaurants and bars and stuff. So it was just weird. It was a little strange, and maybe just because downtown just strictly could have been in the business district where it's like only businesses. So of course, high-rise buildings like they're not going to be open. So, but anyway, we're getting on a tangent here. Cleveland, who knows? Sorry, I was getting on a tangent. Cleveland could be good. Who knows? Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe it'll be fine.
It's an odd choice, but guys, I'll say this. This is kind of final thoughts here. I get it looks a little weird. We talked about the Kent house in previous video. It looks a little weird. We talked about the suit. It looks a little weird. Now, when you add up that they're shooting in Cleveland, when you add up how the Kent farm looks, when you add up how the super suit looks with no post-production, okay. I get it looks like he's making this movie on a budget of like $150. I get it, right? But you got to like because I have the same thoughts you guys do, right? I still, when I initially see it, I'm like, Cleveland, like, dude, are we struggling? Like, we could do a GoFundMe, James Gunn. We can get you some more money. But I have to reserve judgment, right? I'm very bad, or I've been in the past about it, right? All I'm asking for my Yumi and DC fans out there, guys, is reserve judgment until at least we get a trailer. right? We can't
Yeah.
go off still images. We have no idea what the context behind these are. All right. If you're true Superman fans, hold out judgment. That's all I ask.
For my final thought here, I will say, because I wasn't on the last video with you looking at the Kent farm, but I've seen the picture. I don't mind it. Like, I don't get what all the craziness about it is. Like, and the only reason I say it is I haven't. My grandma's house looks almost dead up like that, and they have a farm. Like, it's a ranch house. It looks run down. Looks like they haven't had a working farm in a long time almost. You know, the roads all kind of grass has grown over it. Like, to me, it looks fine. I don't see what the big deal is.
Well,
But
and
I don't know.
I talked in another video. I don't care how the Kent farm looks. I care how the Kents are, right? The
Yeah.
Kent farm is the Kents, right? That is the important thing. So, we've not got to see them yet. So I want that wholesome Kent goodness that raised the good man that becomes Superman. I don't give a shit what their house looks like. And you shouldn't either. And that's really just like that's really just being very, very snobby, all right? If you're going to care, okay? And just like if you have a problem with them filming in Cleveland, that's you being uppity, and you need to be better.
Yeah, I mean, and kind of, again, my last thoughts here on this. I like the kind of little Easter egg there with the Reeves, and kind of throwback there. And in the video that the short clip that we got on Twitter or I saw it on Twitter of the choreography walkthrough that they were doing, and a couple of that looks fine. Looks like there's going to be some fight there on the beach. I don't know why there's a bunch of Lex Corp stuff on a beach, but
Luthor Corp.
I'm sure we'll find out. Sorry.
I did like that you got to see like that spiral uppercut punch. It looked like one of the stunt people. It got some Street Fighter vibes. I was like, sweet.
When I throw my fireball, I say, Hadouken!
Hadouken. Hadouken.
Yeah, so I'll cut that in here. But all right, guys, if you have made it with us this far, we definitely appreciate it. Consider liking this video. I didn't have him last time. He's going to show you where. Okay, there. Well, I'll do that. Subscribing to the channel, and let me take this now to say we definitely appreciate, first off, all of our subscribers that have been with us since the beginning, but also all of the new subscribers we have been getting. We definitely thank you for that. You guys are the reason we do this channel, and not for money, as some people like to say, because obviously,
I wish it was.
It'd be great, but that's not why we do the channel here. That's why we don't hit you with all the stuff in the beginning. Definitely though, like the video, and then comment down below, what do you think so far, what we've gotten images wise. Not about the suit, because you guys are done on the suit. We're not talking about the suit anymore. I'm not giving you don't get to comment on the suit. But if you want to say on the Kent farm and anything else we've seen of the Daily Planet, definitely let us know what you think about it so far, your hopes, dreams, and worries. Just be mindful.
Pause. I can't wait to see what happens when they start doing pictures of some of the other characters. Green Lantern, even Lex. Those to me are going to be a little bit more telling on the details and how much effort they put into those characters and those set pieces. So should be cool.
Well, yeah, because if they don't do the suit well, even in non-post production, people are going to freak out. But we will just have to wait until then to see everybody have a coronary over it. All right, guys. And Mantis, unless you have anything else, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one.
Nope.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.